How we doing, everybody? This is Have to Be Real Brad, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite films of all time, Jaws. Jaws is a 1975 horror thriller film that is directed by none other than one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, Stephen Spielberg. It stars Roy Schieder, Richard Dreyfuss, and Robert Shaw. Jaws by many is considered one of the greatest and important and influential films of all time by many critics, filmmakers, and fans alike. That is a statement I can wholeheartedly agree on. This wasn't a film that I watched as a young film lover, as this was a film that I only started watching a couple years ago, surprisingly. So I never really grew up in this film, so I don't have that nostalgic for it. But every time I watch it, every single year, on the week of 4th of July, there's always something special about it. And watching it this year at the drive-in with my girlfriend Maddie, who we also watched Jurassic Park, which is also directed by Steven Spielberg, distributed by Universal, and was a groundbreaking film, double monster movie marathon, was just awesome. And I'm going to be reviewing Jurassic Park next. And also watching the special features on the 4K that came out this year, with over 4 hours and 15 minutes worth of just excellent, great commentary on the film and on the legacy of it. And I grew a true appreciation of the film that I think I didn't have before. Sure, you can just watch the movie and just think, wow, this is a really fun popcorn flick with really great characters, really awesome tension that goes up, fills your spine with so many exciting moments. But when you think about how this film was made, with the amazing production using this shark that looks so realistic, that's hardly in the movie due to the production problems that the shark was having while on set. Also due to the fact this is one of the first films ever to be shot on the ocean and not in some backlot at Universal Studios. This was such a groundbreaking film, going over delay in production budget, going over in the filming process over 7 months. This movie shouldn't have came out the best that it was, but Steven Spielberg had so much perfectionism going on with this film that he wanted to make it perfect. But what does this make this movie work? Well, I think the greatest thing about this film is it allows the events of the film to push the characters. Normally in films, the characters are what pushes the film along and what keeps the story going. But the events in this film of the shark keeps this movie going forward, and our characters have to be involved in it, and they have to just find a way to kill the shark. You have an amazing crew that is considered one of the most influential and important groups of characters that work so well because you don't really get a ton of backstory on them. That could be considered a major flaw in most films, but this film isn't necessarily important to those characters, as the characters are already likable enough. They have great moments in the film, and you know enough about them to actually care about them. If their character arcs were too strong in the film, it would bog the movie down of what this movie actually is. On paper, this movie is simplistic, but the movie works so much in that aspect because of the perfect no filler that's added in this film. Every scene is important to the characters or into the plot, so the movie always flows so nicely, and that's also added to the amazing editing that did win an Academy Award for, which is rightfully earned. Every shot is perfect, and it flows so nicely throughout the film. It feels like just seamless blanket that was just stitched together. You realize it was just all perfected together. Nothing's out of place. Everything is well woven. This movie is extremely fast paced as well, and that was something I never really noticed the first couple times I watched it. Considering this is the first summer blockbuster, this wasn't even intentionally trying to be a summer blockbuster. The film was more of a Hitchcocky type of film that was about the less you see, the more thrilling it is, as we barely see the shark as it is, but when we do see him, it's scary, it's frightening, and what he does behind the scene, using our crazy imaginations that we have, makes the film even more scary as it is. John Williams' score is one of my favorites of all time. The fact that this theme is so stuck in your head and will never leave you shows of how chilling and bone-bearing this score actually is. It is used perfectly throughout the film, as John Williams is probably one of the best, if not the best, film composer of all time, as he has made such classics, and Spielberg has continuously wanted to work with John Williams in an amazing amount of films that I can name that I would love to review. Without the music in this film, I don't know if it's going to be as amazing as it is. The score adds so much tension and extra extravagance to every scene that's going on that it makes the shark scene so much better. Considering you don't see the shark, when the music's playing and it's getting louder and it's getting faster, it emulates where the shark is, and that gives the viewers this feel of tension. Even though we don't even see the shark, but we see it from the shark's point of view as it comes up to grab another little boy that's swimming in the water. It's scary, and it still works 45 years later. This movie is so entertaining. I mean, come on. There's not an aspect of this film that I truly find boring. I mean, if you really want to nitpick this movie all you want, that's fair, but I feel like a film like this, you just can't nitpick at all because it is just so groundbreaking and so focused on the story that it wants to do that it feels it's just has a special quality to it. As we do see the shark on screen, it looks so amazing. What I do love about this film is that this film is going to age beautifully compared to other shark films, because so many other films require so much CGI. Yes, they're going to look great for the moment, and yes, they could be groundbreaking, but the problem is they're going to look so outdated, and viewers that are going to be watching the film much later are going to notice that it just doesn't look real, and it's going to take them right out of the film. This is one of my favorite films of all time because it knows exactly what it's doing. It's going straight to the point while being super entertaining and having all the best technical qualities possible, but also having just this simplistic and great story that has really scary moments, really enjoyable characters, and moves so briskly throughout the film without ever missing a beat. If this movie was just so complex, I'd probably be bored half the time. I can watch this movie all the time, and it is a perfect summer film that you could probably watch a couple times a summer because it is so enjoyable. If you have not seen Jaws yet, I'd highly recommend seeing Jaws because it is the best shark movie of all time. It's one of my favorite horror films of all time. Yes, I would consider it a horror film or a thriller, whatever you want to choose, horror, thriller, because I think it embodies both those genres to the absolute best. Speaking about the 4K, I actually have it right here, and it is fantastic. So if you don't own this already, it is $20 right now at the time this video is being released. So it does come with this super nice booklet that is super great. It has a bunch of just great stuff about the film, or storyboards, stuff about the director and the cast. It is fantastic. And then we have Jaws right here. Comes with the 4K Blu-ray and a digital copy, so you guys really should get this 4K. It looks excellent and is one of the best 4K releases I've ever seen. This masterpiece only deserves the right rating, and this film is the golden 10 out of 10. Let me know down below, what is your favorite monster movie of all time? Or let me know, what is your favorite movies you love to watch in the summer? I'd love to hear about it. Let me know down below. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel. So everyone that has been subscribed to my channel, giving it likes, commenting down below, you guys have been amazing, and I really appreciate you guys. So keep making these videos great, and I hope that you guys continue to support me. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.